My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Ay. Same day, why I'm a running back. Yeah. Friday, payday, running back. Ay. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Detroit Lions. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw his car. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another big play and another Lion first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Switch it. Hey, Red!
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Detroit.
Red 80. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Monday. Safety screen.
To throw is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Clelin Ferrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll make it 3rd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To the right and complete to Galladay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Hey, get away, get away!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Set, blue 60!
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 11.
Set, lady! Here we go. Slant. Drill right, 22. 11. Double right. Hey, exit.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. That catch good for 5. It's third down. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him in. It'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good.
The ball comes out, and this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on fourth down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey.
From the 50, it's Stafford. He hits Jermaine Kearse. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Foxtrot. Here we go. Mike's 40. I'm coming. Hey, Raider 2. Hey, we're going Mike 40.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Carr. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but second quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster. Try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he comes back with one complete. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford over the middle, it's Amendola.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
10.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Throwing is Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.